Thank you so much for speaking with me. This
Thank you.
Thank you.
I completely love just everything about this show. I love how just sorry, excuse me. I just love just how this is a new step in the franchise and it manages to be fresh and innovative and you guys are great. Can you tell me what was it that initially you was like I need to be a part of this? I need to literally lend my voice to this.
Yeah.
So when I first got the audition, just watching this growing up, it shaped my childhood because that was one of my favorite movies to watch with my grandmother. So then getting the audition was such an honor because I mean, Gloria was one of my favorite characters always. So then getting the chance to play baby Gloria, that was even crazier. What I love about the show is it incorporates so many different backgrounds, ethnicities, cultures. It literally, it's so inclusive, doesn't leave anyone out, and that's just so important. It's definitely important in this day and time, to have representation for all. So it's just such an honor. It's a great project to really be a part of.
Right.
Yeah, likewise for myself to even have the audition come across and it's like, whoa, with my agency, they sent it out and they were like, you got to do this. They want you to sing. You got to, I was like, I'm in it. Let's go. And
Right.
so to be able to have an opportunity and be honored to get that call back. And I was like, whoo, it was like, and it was in my beginnings of getting my feet wet in the industry. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is exciting. Madagascar. Oh my goodness, growing up watching it as well and being able to have an opportunity to be a part of it. Oh, I was at awe to being even in a callback. And so to go through that process and you're like, wow, oh, this is amazing. The team was amazing. Being engulfed in a scripture and storyline, like she said, is inclusive and it's brought, like has everything that you can think of scenario wise for children to learn the innocence of the storylines. I was just, oh my goodness. I was like, this is going to be amazing. And so to be honored to have a part like this, to be a part of this franchise, to be a part of the series, I definitely count it a joy and a blessing. Thank you.
So
Definitely.
for both of you, I have to ask, where do you find the voice? Is it through an inspiration? Does it just come through you magically? Is it through the other movies? How does that work?
You want to take this one, Jasmine?
Okay. So with Kate, she wasn't in the older, movies and stuff like that. So her coming into the show really had to just see who she was, see how she was thinking as I was reading the script, see the music that she was singing about, and being able to embrace the maternal character in her, the optimistic, very smart young lady that she is, and being able to care for the animals and the habitat, how that brings about who she is and her thought process. And then came the voice. Her personality was like, whoa, okay, I can relate to her. So I was able to just bring in, hey, this is what a maternal figure would be. This is thinking of who my mother is and how she's cared for me, and those situations of seeing the little ones and how I would want to talk to them, how I would want to nurture them. And then in my own situations where you get to see Kate going through different things when she's nervous, when she's excited, when she's worried about something or worried about the animals, how that comes across. And so I was able to really just dive in that way and get to experience and know her through that way. Yeah.
Right.
Love that.
Now, for being voice actors, does that kind of change or shift how you approach a character, either through the background, through research?
As far as being a voice actor, does it shift the way I do the research?
As opposed to like live action approach.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
I see. Well, I guess yes and no, because I guess when you're asking, I know in like live action, you'd actually have to see how would I physically walk, how would I physically do this, that, and the third, being this character. But for this, you put all of that whole thought process into your voice, and you can still. It's definitely a lot of animation. It's definitely being very animated with the way you say things, and say if Gloria was falling down the stairs in live action, you throw your body, but in voiceover, like you'd make a sound. So just learning those little things and just growing with my character, being able to differentiate the two from live action voiceover. It's been a really nice challenge to shaping me as an actress. And, the thought process is still pretty much the same. If Gloria's feeling this emotion, how would she portray this? How would she say this? How would she feel saying this line, So just taking that and putting it all through voice and really making the character come to life when it's on screen.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Is that the same?
Yeah, to kind of piggyback off of what she was saying, even though you're not seeing us, I for myself personally am really active. Even just I'm by myself in there, I'm super active behind that microphone. And sometimes I have to catch myself because if I move too much, I'm not in that mic. And so, but it is when you have those moments where you're seeing yourself diving into that character, your body is still moving with you as you're speaking, as you're saying all your lines and stuff like that. So where there's moments where I'm like, oh no, he's falling. I do find myself doing it with my shoulders, doing something with my legs and my arms to keep me in the groove of it. So you're still, so yes and no as well with the live action. Yeah, I'm not having like all these patches on me so my body can be doing everything. That's pretty cool though. But
Right.
I do find myself being super active with the character because I naturally talk with my hands. I naturally talk with my body moving. So yeah.
Right. For both of you, was there a particular episode that you was really just amazed at how well it came together? I'm not sure if you were able to see the drawings or the animations beforehand.
Oh, yes. Oh my goodness. Fancy Fits episode when they're it's in the first season actually. The Fancy Fits episode when they go back to the store to return some boots that they mistakenly stole. They were just trying to help. Marty was just trying to help. But the animation that was just amazing. The just down from like the jewelry that would be in the Fancy Fits store to the clothes. And oh my goodness, the Fancy Fits song in that is just so amazing. It was one of my favorite songs to record. Super jazzy, one of my favorite genres. It was super just amazing to watch because the scene really came to life and the animation team did such a great job with that. Every episode is just the colors, everything is just so vibrant. It's just such a joy to watch. So I would say that was definitely my favorite episode, one of my favorite episodes to watch. And doing sometimes you don't get to see the episode until it comes out, because unless you're doing ADR, you only do the voice for it and then you wait till the episode comes out. So just seeing how amazing it was in the end was just amazing.
Yeah, and the same to be able to see the shows during ADR when they're still in their process of being finished. And oh my goodness, that was always an amazing opportunity for me to be able to see that. You're like, oh my gosh, it's almost done. It's almost done. And you're adding in some voices here and there wherever you needed to, correct something or they added a line. And so be able to see that process is always awesome. And that is your sneak peek on the show for yourself. But other than that, you're waiting just like everybody else for it to come out. Like, it's coming. When is it coming? And I've enjoyed this series first and second season. I've enjoyed it so much. I've watched them over and over again because it's like, oh, this is so good. You get to hear all these voices and oh my gosh. And I have to give homage to Shaylin. They do the songs and the voice. They are going in with the music. It sounds so good. I love how the team, shout out to Alana D, putting the music together. You're hearing the different harmonies and the ad-libs. Oh my goodness. Every time y'all are escaping from the zoo and I get that ad-lib at the end of the song, I'm like, yes. Oh my goodness. So I'm telling you that the team with DreamWorks being able to see how they really formed the show and put everything together has been awesome. And I just love it. I love it. I really do.
Now for you, Shaylin, this is part music. So I was wondering the process, how much time do you have between getting the song, learning the song, recording the song, and kind of being able to put in your own little spices in it?
Yes, so actually the music part, I enjoy that just as much as the voiceover acting scripts. Sometimes we get the music maybe a week in advance. Sometimes if it's a shorter song, a couple of days in advance. But since I am an artist outside of the show as well, it was pretty. I'm not gonna say like easy, but it was a nice infusion, to still be able to sing in this project as well. So I would get the song, I would listen to it, I would practice it, and then I'd go in and they'd give me a lot of freedom to just sing, and do it how I think Gloria would do it. So that was just great to be able to have that creative freedom and be able to work with Alana D and the rest of the team, and Viv just always giving me, pointers just as a vocal voiceover artist, and just a singer in general. It's just a lot of fun just to continue learning and making that character come to life.
Wow. Now, for both of you, are you able to just ad lib a little bit? How does that work when you get the script?
Yeah. So yeah, when you're reading the script, you can add your vocalises to the lines, and sometimes they change it up right when you're in the studio. They're like, no, I like to hear it like this. Try it like this. So they're really flexible, a lot of freedom, even when it comes to the music, where they'll be like, all right, now just do it. Do it what you think you want, how you want to do it. And they give you that flexible freedom, and you're like, oh, I can go wild. And you just go wild. And so it's really exciting to be a part of a team that really just lets you grow and lets you just enjoy the script, and be able to add, like I said, little vocalises here and there, little ad libs here and there. And if they want to change something up because they hear your voice doing something differently, they're like, let me hear it sound like this, or change the word here, change it there. And you play with it, you go with it. So yeah, it's really, really exciting to have that.
And honestly, upcoming season, if you could describe it using 3 words, what would you say?
I would say adventurous, wild, adventurous, wild, and inspiring. There's a lot of great lessons, so definitely inspiring.
Okay, all right, that's good. Okay. I would say exciting, joyful, and this is not going to be one word, but this is going to be an experience like no other.
I love that.
Love that. Thank you so much for speaking with me.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
No problem.
Stay safe and well.
Thank you. You
Yes.
too.
Thank you.